Do you think that? I think that Joey. Do we think that her speech should have been, if you keep me in the game, you have my vote and you have Alex's vote. That is 2 votes that you can use in this game.
I would have been like, "Ooh, she sold me."
She's exactly. No, I agree. Yeah, especially week 1. I think Joey's best bet. I mean, she was going out the door regardless, but just be like, pow pow. She's gonna float to the power, and you guys aren't always gonna be with the power. If you keep me in the house, I will be loyal to you, and I will
target.
I will, yeah, and yeah, like that's the thing. Like, think about all these power players that won me out. If you keep me in the game, flawless.
I woke up like this.
I woke up like this, and now she's leaving like that.
Oh, but I did notice that, like, Joey in particular, like, hugs, like, basically everyone except Devin. Like, she avoided Devin and just left.
She didn't hug, was it Caleb or Derek? Or maybe not both, either of them.
Yeah, but I just...
There was somebody else that she didn't hug. I was definitely watching who she was hugging.
My guess would be Caleb. Oh, I'm glad that you guys said that because I wanted to talk about the Caleb-Amber situation. I get such a Gaston Bell vibe from Caleb and Amber.
That's a good one.
That's it. It was one of the most awkward things I've ever watched in my entire life. But here's the thing though, is like if I'm Amber, Caleb's got a big target on his back. Maybe you should be riding that a little bit. Show mansion. Like kind of with Lisa and Eric and 3. Let's see, what are some other good ones? Jordan and Jeff. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say the girl should have slept with the guy, but maybe she should have slept with the guy. I don't know. What did you guys think about the conversation?
I think, like, reading Amber's face, like, she's been in that position before where guys she's not attracted to, like, just hit on her, and then I just, like, hear her, like, taking a deep breath, like, not again. Like, I really wish that this was not happening. Why the HOH? Why is this my life? Why am I in this gorgeous body? Ooh, I look good today. Like, why am I blessed?
Pretty hurts.
Pretty hurts.
Pretty hurts. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like she could have just faked it. I mean, maybe not, McCranda it, but just get a little cozy. Make him, play him.
Make it like an Ian Ashley thing, but then Ashley goes off and makes out with Frank. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Amber could do that.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know.
So lucky that they didn't really show his stalker tendencies on air because...
Well, it's a long season, Aaron.
Yeah, I was thinking that he was just going to be crazy, like, stalkerish the whole season, and they're just going to do a montage later.
Oh, yeah. They're holding their ammo for the...
Like, we released this.
Supercut. The new supercut.
Also, just a weird observation I've had with just the first week in general is that Caleb was scrutinized for a lot of for comments he made before the show, like some very like conservative, ignorant comments. And Joey represents everything that's liberal, so I just find it very interesting that like the conservative evicted the liberal week 1. So I'm interested to see how the rest of the season is going to play out with that
social experiment.
Yeah,
that social experiment. So the next thing I want to talk about was we can skip the Joey Julie talk. I mean, it was really awkward. It's pretty apparent she didn't know what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joey. But anyway, the HOH comp we've got. So the whole time I've been wondering, that was the big question I had during this episode, is like, how are they going to do HOH? Are we going to do a first, second place? But it looks like they did it in 2 different heats or whatever. Do we think that's probably what they're going to do for the rest of this twist, or are we more likely to see like maybe for another turn, it's like first place and second place gets it?
I think they're going to have to do it like that because the only reason, from what I think, is that they did this because they had an even number of guys and girls. When they had 2 girls on the block, they're like, okay, one guy can't compete in HOH and one girl's going to leave, so this is perfect. We can split up girls and guys. But next week, it's going to be different, so it's going to be an odd number, so I don't know. They have to do something different.
That's true.
Yeah, and I wonder if they'll always divide it by gender, too. Because I thought it
I
was
feel like they just did that because they had they had it.
just because they had it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because
like,
I don't
but
think
like,
they'll...
yeah, I guess maybe.
Yeah, because like, let's say, I mean, this isn't, like, this probably wouldn't happen, but let's say, like, 4 girls or 3 girls leave next, like, in order. They're not going to have, like, one HOH competition with, like, all 8 guys, and then a second HOH competition with, like, 4 girls.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna even it up, I feel like.
Names out of a hat, ball numbers, I don't know.
Magic 8 ball. Something.
The magic ping pong ball.
Magic ping pong ball. That's right.
Ooh, I hope that they do like an eliminator one where they call up 2 people. That would be awesome, and then the last 2 win.
That
HOHs.
would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be a really good one.
They could do some really cool things with this double HOH. I would really like it. Or like, what if
majority rules without the tiebreaker?
What if they did eliminator and whoever won was the first person? And then whoever was the first person eliminated was the second HOH.
Ooh, you know how pissed off they would be.
Random.com, why'd you do that?
Oh, man. So in this HOH, it was pretty crazy. I mean, the girls, it seemed pretty steady. Like, I thought it was funny. We were talking about it earlier before we started the show, but it looked like Amber was getting, like, nothing thrown at her, and then they did it kind of later as, like, a smoke screen or something like that.
Yeah. Like, because what I saw whenever... I was watching Amber specifically because she was a member of the bomb squad. She was performing really well, and I wanted to see, like, if Frisbees were being thrown at her, which they were not. They were being thrown pretty equally to everyone else, but whenever she would get to the barrels, they would throw Frisbees, like, at the start of her little entryway to make it seem like she had Frisbees thrown at her section afterwards. So, like, when the competition's all said and done, there's an even distribution of Frisbees all on the field rather than Amber's lane being completely, like, barren of Frisbees. So that was really interesting. I was really interested to see how the Bomb Squad would approach both Amber and Christine, but since Amber was performing better, like, it was obvious that I don't know, like, even when she was, like a barrel ahead, like, there were still no Frisbees being thrown at her. So, I don't know. I think if I were a girl in that situation and competing and seeing that Amber was winning and seeing that no Frisbees were going at her face, like, that would be something to keep in mind. But, like, also, you're competing at the same time, so it's hard to focus on someone else, let alone your own thing.
Papa had enough time. She wasn't doing anything.
She doesn't... She's still making up. She's still defining her word, like Cthulhu or whatever she made, and stuff like that. She's still trying to figure out what the definition is.
Or later, like you had 5-6 letters in there. Calculator is not that short.
She said Katoru or something like that.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
I choose you.
I think they should write that down somewhere. So the girls' heat was pretty, nothing much happened. I think that the guys' heat was the one with where all the action was. We had 3, people that were in contention for HOH. We had Hayden, who was literally a split second away from winning before he fell. Cody, who thought he had won, but then was disqualified for touching the ground or whatever. And then Devin, the actual HOH, which, I mean, we've given Devin a lot of hate, but I would be lying if I said that I was not happy for the entertainment value that we got for Devin winning HOH for this next week. I thought it was hilarious. Like, that's one of the reasons why I love Big Brother, because there can literally be that one person in the house that everyone wants to get out. But if he wins HOH, then it's like, sorry about you. And yeah, there is still the twist, so it is possible for him to go home. But, I mean, a lot of stuff has to go down for Devin to be leaving next Thursday, so...
At first, I was a little disappointed because 2 members of the Bomb Squad won HOH, but just seeing Devin's reaction, like, he was, like, lifting his legs up and down, like, so excited when he found out that Cody wasn't HOH, and he was. Like, he was not saying sorry to Cody at all. He was just like, yay, it's all about me. And he was just... It was awesome. Like, he had no poker face at that point. Like, he was just so excited for himself. It was awesome. It was hilarious to see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, it was pretty funny to watch. My heart goes out to Cody, because you could read the anger on his face. He was so pissed. So I guess the question I wanted to ask is, had Cody had won HOH, do you think we would have saw Devin on the block?
I don't know. Like, I don't know where Cody's head is at all because they have not given him any airtime. But I would but also because of that, I would assume that he would keep all Bomb Squad members safe, even though he's like kind of out of it. But I don't know. If he didn't do that, then I would have been a fan of Cody. But oh well.
I feel like if Cody did put Devin on the block, it would be a backdoor. Like, he wouldn't put him originally on the block. So.
Well, here's my thing about, like, I guess the whole Devin situation. And I just feel like, yeah, Devin has proven to be unstable. I don't think there's any denying about that. But if you're a Bomb Squad member and you genuinely feel like Devin is not coming after you, I just don't see the reasoning in trying to get out. Like, Devin is like, if you look up the word meat shield in the dictionary, you will see Devin his big fucking smile. You will see it right there. So, like, he's absorbing all this hate, and he's got just huge spotlight on his back. Why are you trying to get a player like that out in week 2 when, if by keeping him in the game, like, you know they're always going to come after him? And, like, yeah, if it will look sketchy if you don't do something with HOH, but then it's just kind of like, well, then don't win HOH, you know? Like, we see these players in really good position, like these Bomb Squad members who are, like, busting their ass to get safety, and I just don't think it's the play. I really don't. I think if you're a Bomb Squad member, I really don't agree with getting Devin out. Not when he's an asset for you. Of course, he can flip like that, and yeah, the moment you get him out is when he's coming after you. But I don't know. I don't understand the rush in trying to get him out of the game. If you're someone like Zach or Cody or Frankie, that's just my opinion.
No, you make 100% sense. Go after people who are coming after you, not people who aren't coming after you. I mean, that's just with their basics.
That's the basics. So I don't know, and so that was another reason why I was happy to see Devin win, because they're, you know, I'm rooting for Derek, I'm rooting for Cody, you know, I like Zach and Frank, or Frankie, whatever. And so with Devin winning, I'm like, you know what? I know you're upset about this, but trust me, this is good for you guys. This is good. I was really bummed to see Hayden not win, just because I really like Hayden, and I was really interested to see who Hayden would nominate.
Same here.
Mm-hmm.
And you could kind of, well, I don't know. I read his face after, like, he fell, and I think he kind of felt like he was in trouble with whoever was going to be HOH. So maybe Cody would have nominated Hayden had Cody won, because, like, I don't know. I think Hayden felt like he needed to win that HOH, which he probably honestly did.
Yeah,
he's getting to. He's showing a lot of strength in competition. So
he is. He's the token second place finisher. Like, he will get second place, but he'll never be in power because he always just misses winning.
Well, maybe he needs to start telling people that. Because I mean, that's the thing too, is he's kind of a strong social gamer too. And I mean, no hate on the recruits, but yeah, he's a recruit too. So maybe he should think about how much energy he's putting forth in these competitions. And he said it before that he doesn't want to throw anything. It's just, I don't know. Hayden's got a really... Hayden needs the Bomb Squad to, like, implode. That's what Hayden needs, or else he's going to have a really hard time getting to jury, I think. With how much of a threat he is, both socially and physically.
Yeah.
Who do you think he would have put up? Just curious. I was trying to think about it, and, you know, I agree with you with saying that he was probably just going for it for the safety, but I don't know. I don't think he would have put up Nicole or Christine. I'm trying to think of, like, guy-wise, if he would... Well, he wouldn't put up Caleb, because Caleb...
We literally don't know anything about Hayden's game, because anytime that he gets airtime, it's about him being, like, a jokester, or...
That's true.
Or being socially, you know, awesome. So it's not, like, we have no idea.
He would just go based off of his social instincts, because, like he said, he has a strong social game and a strong physical game, so he would probably mimic the whole idea.
Maybe Jocasta?
Maybe Jocasta, yeah, maybe Jocasta, maybe...
We got to remember that if, you know, they haven't really shown this a lot, so, you know, I'm sorry if I ruined anything, but he does talk to Christine a little bit, so it would have been interesting to see if Christine actually was interested in pushing a Bomb Squad agenda on him, and if that would work. But yeah, I agree with you guys, like, it's just hard to see where his mindset is strategically. So it's kind of hard to predict what his move would be. So next question I had. So now we've got Amber and Devin as the two HOHs. We've got 2 Bomb Squad members in power. What do we think is going to happen? What are our predictions for the week?
I have no idea who Amber's going to nominate because I was pissed that she won HOH because she legitimately does not need it. She's in the most ideal position in the house. I
agree.
Both sides wants to work with her. Everybody wants to work with her. And she still won HOH. Like, she had enough sense to, like, throw the HOH competition week 1, so I'm surprised she didn't have the same amount of sense to throw it this week.
Exactly.
That's a really good point.
So the fact that she just beasted that competition, like, that quickly, I don't know. It was just surprising to me that she won that, and she, like, literally did not need to. So her nominations are going to probably cause some, like, either mixed feelings or some commotion because she's in a really good spot with a lot of people in the house. Devin, on the other hand, is going to be awesome to see what happens because he's probably going to go after Pow Pow thinking that she's an acrobatic, like, professional. And, yeah, I don't know.
She threw that Battle of the Block competition.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how Devin handles his, but he'll definitely have some weird-ass justification for whoever he nominates. But Amber, I feel, is going to have a hard time explaining whoever she nominates because there's no good reason for her to nominate anybody in the house because legitimately everyone loves her and wants to work with her and has deals with her. So, like, she just, like, shot herself in the foot by winning HOH.
I think if I'm Amber, I'm putting up a guy this week. Because I'm sorry, Aaron, you go.
Okay.
I'm all I was gonna say is that if she really cares about her game and trying to keep some of the girls on her side, then yeah, well, then I guess what she should do is she needs to put up a guy. I mean, if she's going to be loyal to the Bond Squad, that's either going to be Donnie or it's going to be Hayden. And I think if she wants to keep up that appearance of, oh, she's kind of riding both sides, then she really needs to put up either both of those guys, or which I don't think is a good move, but she at least needs to put up a guy and a girl.
Gotcha.
The thing is, from feeds, without like spoiling anything, Amber before the HOH competition was talking about that she just wants to see pictures and get a letter. Like that's why that's what I feel like she's one of those people that's just gonna be homesick after a while, and then the week that she leaves is because she's just like done. She just misses people so much.
That's a good. I think you're right.
So yeah, she was talking about how she just wants to see her family, and that's kind of clouding her game judgment. Because I mean, week 1, she threw it, and you're like, yeah, you don't need it. Like, throw it if you don't need it. And this week she didn't need it either, but she just wants her pictures and stuff.
So let's just maybe save it for our segments, which I'm ready to get to. But before we do, one of the last things I wanted to talk about for the episode is we realized that Donnie's in Team America, and now that there's still 3 members, which I guess is just CBS just being like, oh, Joey? Who's Joey? Like, what are you talking about? Donnie, the first member of Team America. So I think this is a pretty obvious question, but I just wanted to go ahead and ask it. Team America, help or hurt Donnie's game?
Help in the sense that Donnie has no social game. Hurt in the sense that America will ruin Donnie's game.
There you go.
I think that's pretty easy enough. I think it will help him, but I don't know. We'll see how Donnie's social game is. I think it's not as bad as we might have thought at the beginning. Like, yeah, sometimes he's kind of like just there in the room, and he didn't even realize, he thought he was like a chair or something.
We don't get emotional at home.
Maybe it will help him with some connections. I think Donnie's best play is kind of an under the radar game. So the only thing I'm really worried about is that Team America is going to blow up his spot a little bit, just depending on what the challenges are. So I don't know. I think another big factor is who's on that team with him. and whether or not they're going to blow up that spot or what they're going to do. It's going to be interesting to kind of see what the rest of these unknown variables are about Team America.
I don't care who the third person is, but I really need Devin to be on Team America. Like, that'll just complete my Big Brother experience this season.
That's an interesting question, because I wanted to see who are we speculating for the other two members.
I want Devin, and I want a girl. I think Donnie, Devin, and a girl on Team America would be amazing, and any of the girls could work.
Right now on Joker's updates, at this very moment, the highest rated girl in the house is Brittany, overall number 4. The next two girls down that list are Nicole and Christine. I feel like Brittany isn't getting the best edit on the show, so I don't know. She could get a lot of live feed votes, maybe. Yeah. But fewer votes, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the girls that are getting really good edits on the show. Maybe Christine?
And Pow Pow! Woo!
Oh, Pow Pow. I don't know. I don't think any of the middle-aged moms are going to want to vote for Pow Pow. But I'd rather that. I don't know. I don't want Brittany and Nicole to get Team America. I feel like Brittany and Frankie. I think Frankie's definitely a shoo-in. Maybe Cody. Who knows? Who cares? Like we said earlier, he's not really getting
that strategic of a.
He's getting a pretty boy at it.
Yeah,
that's exactly it.
With a little bit of strategy, with maybe a yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for the week. It should be a pretty interesting week. I love the entertainment value of Devin winning HOH. I think something really crazy could happen, or I think it's going to be a win-win either way. So I'm really looking forward to it. So are we ready to get into our segments?
Let's get into our segments.
Mm-hmm. All right. So it is time for, you guessed it, what you gonna do, girl? What you gonna do?
What you gonna do, girl?
See the black girl about you.
And I was thinking about it today, guys, and I was going back and forth on who I wanted to, give my advice to. And I think I'm gonna speak a little bit on our team lady Devin. And Devin, here's what you gotta do. Everything you've done at this point in the game, you just gotta throw it away. You just gotta start at square one. And I know it's gonna be hard, and I know it's gonna be tough, but you gotta trust me. You'll thank me for it, and more importantly, your daughter will thank me for it. So, you're HOH, a position of power. You think you're safe. You really do, but guess what? This twist is your enemy. You have to understand that you are painting a big target on your back, and if people want to get you out, then they certainly could make a stab at you this week. So my first word of advice for you is think about your noms. You want to go after people that aren't going to be huge threats and don't have an opportunity to win Battle of the Blocks, because trust me, Devin, you do not want your nominees to win Battle of the Blocks. You will be in a really bad position. So yeah, talk with your alliance. Your biggest problem right now is you are just too sporadic, my friend. You are making these decisions. You're grabbing people in. You're calling the shots. You want things to be unanimous, and I get where you're coming from. You want to feel that power, but trust me, man, it is week 2. And if you want any shot of making it to that jury house, you got to do what I say. Keep your alliance informed. Make sure that they all feel comfortable with you. Don't attack anybody. Why would you do that, man? You just got to avoid that shit. So get in touch with them. Speak to them about your noms, and then just go forward. You want these people on your side, man. Trust me. That's what you got to do, girl. That's what you got to do.
Very informative. Thank you.
Thank you. You know what? I want you to prove us wrong, Devin, but I'd be lying if I say that I'm not really excited about your demise. The demise of Devin.
And I also thank you for telling him that he needs to do it for his daughter, because that definitely goes into his daughter and his mama. Mm-hmm. Your daughter and your mama.
I gave you a nice segue.
Thank you.
And your daughter and your mother are too. Your daughter and your mother. Your daughter and your mother.
And I also had just the toughest time of just figuring out who I was going to attack, because there were just a lot of people that I could just sit in front of their face and wave my finger in their face and go in on them. But I decided since everybody else has an opportunity in the future, but Joey doesn't have any more opportunities. So I'm gonna let her walk out of the house with me waving my finger in her face. All right. So Joey, we all thought that. I mean, at the beginning, we thought that you were gonna be something. Like, I didn't know you were a recruit until people were telling me all the recruits, 9 out of 16. Like, I had some faith in you. You were the one with the blue hair. You got along with Frankie. You got put on Team America. So, obviously, we all saw something in you that we thought was going to shine bright like a diamond. And you made a little faux pas when you jumped on Amber for your alliance. I mean, we all make those little mistakes. I mean, not everybody, because you were the only one that got on the block because of it. But the way you go and apologize, that's where you messed up. You don't apologize. Why am I apologizing to you, Devin? Why am I apologizing to you, Caleb? Do you pay my bills at home? No. You don't apologize. You deny. Like most humble winner says, deny, deny, deny. Rotate, deny, deny, deny. Like, move on. And then you pull out this character, this Alex character, not needed. Yes, what you were saying was true. You go up to people and you campaign, you tell them, is Devin going to give you the $500,000? No. Big Brother is. So you need to play your game and not his. But I just need you to tell me why Alex had to be here. He's the one that sent you home. He was the 13th vote because Amber didn't vote for you. He was the 13th vote. I just don't understand, Joey. We had so much faith in you. We gave you Team America. We gave you all the stuff on a silver platter, and you threw it away. Just leave. Just leave.
Goodbye.
Done. I'm done.
All 3 of us put her on jury. Do you guys know that?
I'm just...
Well, that was because I only had one pre-jury spot left, so...
I was rooting for her. All of America was rooting for her.
Oh, gosh. Keith, I think, you know what? It's time, because I'm a little hungry, so...
Okay.
I could use some cake.
Okay, all right. All right, time to serve up some cake.
Anybody want cake?
So, last week I took kind of a more silly, joking approach with this segment, but there are some serious awkward moments, and these past 2 episodes I feel like Amber was placed in the most awkward situation whenever she was approached by Joey for this all-girls alliance. Amber was, minding her own business inside the bathroom doing bathroom things when Joey comes in and saying, I don't know, Joey's vibe too reminded me very much of like a teenage reality show or a teenage show, the way she was like, are you in? And like she has like glasses and looks like she had braces on and she had the blue hair. She's like, I think there's a guys alliance and like us girls, we need to stick together. Are you in? And Amber's just kind of sitting there like not knowing what the hell to do because she's not used to that type of like situation. She's not used to being like pulled into, I guess, these multiple alliances. And but, she handled it as best as she could, so she said that she needed to take her bra off. But, yeah, she was deflecting Joey's, like, question as much as she possibly could. And, I don't know, that whole interaction, if I were in Amber's position, I understand her discomfort and the way she was uncomfortable the entire time. Because Joey was just... she thought that it was the right time and place, location, like, out in the open. To ask about an all-girls alliance when Amber already has an alliance of her own that she was brought into. It would have been awesome to see, like Amber kind of go in with it a little bit more to like make it seem like, yeah, let's do this, or to bring some sort of like element of like extra safety, like having alliances in multiple locations, because that's okay to have inside the Big Brother house. But in hindsight, Derek found the girls talking anyway and let Caleb know, and then Amber threw Joey under the bus, and so that's the decision that Amber made in that situation. I feel like it's an okay decision that Amber has made, because with Joey doing that without thinking of the strategy, without thinking of the timing, without having enough patience, then that could really come back to haunt her if like she aligns with somebody like that doesn't keep those things under consideration in the future. So it was a very fine week 1 move for what Amber did, but the actual interaction between Joey and Amber, I felt very, very uncomfortable because it's like crystal clear. If I were Joey, like, oh shit, this girl has like other priorities above myself. Like that would raise so many red flags, but Joey was just clueless, and that's why Aaron went in on her in the last segment because he's too famous for that.
Mm-hmm. And
poor Amber.
As always, I don't apologize, so
don't expect it.
Don't expect it, Joey.
So I think last thing I just wanted to ask you guys before we, guess call it quits for this week is Caleb. Good HOH, bad HOH week.
I think it was pretty good for him. Even though he's crazy and intimidating and all this type of stuff, like, no one's really, like, sad about Joey leaving. I mean, they weren't sad enough to throw her a pity vote.
That's all you could ask for as an HOH. If it's a unanimous vote, like, then there's...
Especially week 1.
Yeah, you have no blood in your hands. You can tell the person that was the pawn you were legitimately the pawn. You got no votes against you.
Papa legitimately is the pawn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I agree. I think Caleb had a really successful HOH week. I think Devin is God's gift to Caleb in this game. I really do.
He really is.
So I'd say that Caleb walked away scot-free. He got someone off that would have been a threat to him in the game. Someone that, unbeknownst to him, was part of a twist. I think, good for Caleb. Good for Caleb.
Good for Caleb. All right.
Well, thank you guys for watching our very first Veto/Eviction episode. We're really excited to, that we've got one person down and several more to go. So we'll see what breaks down. And check us out for Sunday's episode where we break down the basics of the second nomination and Battle of the Blocks week. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And remember, stay basic.
Stay basic.
Stay basic.
Stay basic.